All right, so Josh, remember last time we were talking about? I guess I don't remember what games we were talking about before, because also it's been almost like literally been almost a month since the last time we did the double recording podcast. Which thank you for listening for those two. So we were talking about canceled games and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, I think it's exactly like with. Oh yeah, we were talking about Titanfall. That's the reason why, because we were talking about the Titanfall was it extraction shooter that basically was canceled and stuff like that too.
Mm-hmm.
So, recent news within the last month of May. So, if you want to know the context, imagine you've been working on this game, this fan game, for a company IP that hasn't been used in almost like since probably 2012, 2013, for almost a decade at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You managed to get through all of the, like, you went and made sure that you got to the company's representatives. You made sure that they're within the fan games guidelines and make sure everything was through that too as well.
Mm-hmm.
You plan on almost like shadow dropping like in 2 months for a big event for these fans. Next thing you know, that same company that you try to keep in contact with, make sure you're all good with it, ends up giving you a cease and desist letter. Just to say shut it down and everything.
And this company that you're talking about is
The Lego Corporation.
Oh, is it like a Bionicle thing?
Yep. So as you can see in the notes, it's the Bionicle game is called the Bionicle Mask of Power. It looks fucking amazing, and it's sad that because, as I said, like this actually is what actually happened with that situation. They've been working on this game for almost 5 to 8 years of hard work of doing like they don't even get paid for it too. This is all in their free time as well. They've been doing it with the Unreal Engine and stuff like that too. And this is literally like the one game that if I saw this as a kid, I literally would shit myself and would love to have played this game too as well. And the fact that they even said that because they went and put out a post saying about it because they were gonna shadow drop it on Bionicle Day, which is 8/10, and get it bio 8/10.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, so they were gonna shadow release it on Bionicle Day, but they got the cease and desist letter from Lego themselves, which caught everybody by surprise too as well. And the fact that what makes it even worse that, like as I said, with not only the years that they put in, but they also been contacting back and forth with Lego, making sure that, hey, is our games okay? We're going within the guidelines of stuff like that too, that they haven't been doing, and yet they were doing it almost till literally 2 months before release, and yet they've been told to cease and desist on that one.
Wow, that's
shitty. Yeah, which it sucks too because I'll send you the photos later, but this game looks fucking amazing. Like it's so fucking good. The mechanics and everything looks so good. Yeah.
Looked.
It
looked amazing.
I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I couldn't help myself. Hey, if it makes you feel any better, like I'm sure it looked beautiful. I can't wait to show it. Like I also had a game cancellation recently, and they canceled Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. So,
oh, jeez. I heard about that.
So looking forward to this. There was so much lore behind it, and it's like, nope. So I get it. But yes, I understand your pain as of recent. So
yeah, it doesn't help too that like it feels like it sucks. I'm in two fandoms that the company doesn't want their IPs to work on. Like it's like that was it somebody went and made a GIF, I guess, from a show saying like this is my IP, I do whatever I don't want to do with it.
Sure.
And Lego hasn't done anything with the fucking Bionicle program or the Bionicle IP for almost over 10 years since the last Generation 2 came out. They haven't done anything about it. They literally been like so guarded on it, yet they have not done anything with it, which is so stupid because the fans are the one that's keeping it alive at this point.
Of course.
And everything like that too. So it's so frustrating being just a Titanfall fan and a Bionicle fan at this point. It's like, what the hell's going on with you assholes? So
hey, do me a favor. Don't start liking any of my fandoms.
Don't worry. I mean, well, I'm part of Doctor Who, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole other problem. But hey, welcome to episode 19 of the Skillless podcast. I am the one known as Josh, and joining me as always is my wonderful friend Seth.
Hello.
We have been pretty busy with a lot of things, including the sadness that is, lost games. You and I have been catching up on games too, which is actually kind of. We got back into the Minecraft. The annual Minecraft kick has started.
Yeah,
So
I
we've been
bought a
playing some
server
Sky
for us.
Factory. Yeah.
Yeah, so and we're gonna have another person join us on Sky Factory 2 as well.
Oh my god.
So right,
all of the friends and none of the RAM.
right. Well, freaking the server can says it holds up to 20 people, so we'll see
It'll
how
say
good
that
is.
and then you'll see when it's like doing extreme calculations. It's gonna be like, well, are you still sick?
I don't think I'm sick. It's just more of the coughing, like lingering cough is what I have at this point. Like whatever
Weird.
mucus is, yeah. Which is because I was feeling fine, and then also like I just get this random cough, like almost like as if there's something in my lungs or like trying to cough up something.
Mm-hmm.
So, which ironically, yeah, freaking I was like since it's been a while since we didn't. I was sick for a good almost like I think weekend going into almost a week, but like I was starting to feel fine at least. But that Sunday kind of sucked after like the stream that we did on that one Saturday though too, which I think you could kind of hear me in the stream like actually being a little bit more stuffy nose and stuff like that too as well.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, freaking still somehow surviving though at this point. So
that's good, man. That's good. I have come to the realization of something I haven't talked to you about yet. This isn't in the notes.
Oh no, okay.
You recently helped me install my new graphics card.
Yeah.
I'm 100% going to have to buy a new power supply.
Oh no.
Because I was playing 14, Final Fantasy 14. Sorry, let me start that over. I was playing the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy 14 with free trial up to Stormblood. That anyone can play for free up to level 70. Anyway, yeah. So I was playing and I was just standing in Limsa Lominsa, and Limsa Lominsa is like it's a hub space for people to travel to and from in an Aetherite.
Yeah.
And I was just standing there. I was listening to the band play because there's like fake bands that play MIDI instruments and they put on concerts in school. And my game crashed. And I was like,
oh no,
I'm not too sure about this. So it hasn't happened since, but I think just to be safe, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, definitely be a good idea.
I also need to get a vertical GPU mount because the power cable pushes up against that glass like I had mentioned.
Ooh, got it.
So, yeah, that's not fun.
I'm sure, yeah.
Other than that, oh man, so much has happened.
There's a lot of stuff.
Oh god. I think Even in Arcadia came out.
Arcadia?
Even in Arcadia, the Sleep Token album?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about. That did.
Album has come out. My god,
I forgot
it's a
about that.
masterpiece, dude. It's so good. I've been, living that life of repeating Look to Windward.
Yeah.
I got drapery into it pretty heavily.
Oh shit, really?
Really nice. Yeah. Well, he was driving. He's like, he's talking about music. I'm like, I have music for you, but if you go down this journey, you cannot come back the same person.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, there's no way. I'm like, all right. So I made him like a little baby playlist.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, this is really good. I'm like, okay. If you liked it, just listen to the whole thing front to back. He listened to each album from start to finish. And he's like, this was a fucking experience. And I'm like, okay, what if I told you there's lore? And he's like, shut the fuck up. So I told him the lore and then he went back. So
I can hear
he's been on the journey.
Yeah. I can hear him like already say, dude, what?
Yep.
No.
I got him. Same brain. So
oh my god.
So
that is your half brother at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
by choice, but by destiny. But we have a lot to talk about. I don't know where you really want to just jump into something. So,
well, first we can start off. Did we discuss about Thunderbolts last time?
No, and it's been out. I mean, I would say spoiler warning, but the first weekend they were like, "Here's the trailer. It's actually the new Avengers."
Yeah, they kind of spoiled it at barely within the past weekend at that point.
So yeah, we can jump into Thunderbolts. It was what did you think? Because I saw it without you, and then I saw it with you because you needed to see it, and I just want to know.
Dude, that was actually a really good movie, if anything.
No, 100%. I agree.
Yeah,
I think it felt like pre Infinity War Marvel again, and I was very, very happy with what had happened.
Yeah, it's like one of the few rare gems that you get that's really harkens back to like the pre phase 5 era at this point. Like
Yeah.
back when as you said, with Infinity War Endgame era at that point where it hardly had any misses at this point too as well. But also then the fact too that it not only I did like it to where that it was released out in May, which is also mental health month or mental health awareness month, because it literally tackles the fact of like the mental health out of these people and just the way, especially the main villain of that show or that movie too as well, like so good and the way how they handle it and like seem like still paid awareness of it too, but not like give it like kind of forceful down, like kind of like at least made some go within the movie at that point too as well.
Oh no, it was super good. The way they like portrayed Sentry was really good. Yelena's problems, like everyone was like, showing their darker sides, and then it paid off well. And I think it got me kind of hyped for doesn't Fantastic Four come out soon? Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I think Fantastic Four comes out next, is I want to say on the up list at this point.
So I'm definitely excited to watch that.
I'll tell you though, you did get my good reaction though to that little girl though at that one point.
Oh God, yeah. There's a fucked up scene in that movie where it's like
everybody's safe.
Everyone's happy. Everyone's safe. Boom. She gets fucking like essentially Thanos snapped, which is.
Dude, everybody. You can hear everybody else too as well. Just like, oh no.
Yeah. You can hear a pin drop because it's so unexpected.
Yeah, like you thought that like, oh, nothing can happen at this point. Next, just fucking shadow keep at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like my God, that's just fucking insane at that point. Holy shit. Good.
I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. I'm glad you did too.
Yeah. Which also then whatchamacallit, so you remember like a couple episodes ago I talked about like building my bookshelves and putting my DVDs and stuff like that too as well?
Yes, I do.
So I decided to actually go back to the living room bookshelf and get all of my DVDs from there that I had, and boy, there's a lot of DVDs and Blu-rays I forgot I had over there too as well. Going from like Midway, fucking Creed, I think. No, Creed was there with me. Pokemon show was it, I think Diamond and Pearl.
I didn't know you had those.
Yeah, I'll bring it over next time. It's actually pretty. It's an old one. It's like freaking old. Like I think it was Diamond and Pearl and Diamond and Pearl Battle Dimensions, I think is what I have.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, although they're not in sequential order. I'll tell you that, or not in the sequential box order, I should say. Like it's like volume 1 of Battle Diamond and then volume 2 of Battle Dimension.
I hate when they do that. I just want the season. Just give me, because I have VHSs of Pokemon, but they're like random ordered Indigo fucking season or episodes, and I'm just like, I just want to watch in order.
Jesus. But also then, other than that, I found even an older relic, which is so you remember back in the day when Disney movies, like kid Disney movies, had like a white DVD case.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 of them. One of them is the Adventures of Winnie the Pooh one when it came out in DVD.
Nice.
The other one is the Tigger movie on that one too as well.
Huh. Right. I think I have the VHS of the Tigger movie.
Jesus. But what's the one thing I think you might enjoy too as well that I didn't know I had was, I guess apparently I have Ocean 11, 10, 11, and 13 and the original Rat Pack Oceans movie in like a 4K combo pack.
What? I've never. Did I see it in 4K? I don't know if I've actually ever seen it in 4K.
No, not 4K. Like a 4-pack, like a 4 DVD pack.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
That came out that I didn't know I actually even had at this point too as well.
Dude, that's so sick. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to watch that because I've seen the Rat Pack version. You still need to watch 12 and 13.
I think it's on there. I think I want to say. If not, I think
not
it's
that
on.
I don't own them because
I've
been obsessed with those 5 ever.
Yeah, but yeah, I have them with me because even then I also have like the one of the AC/DC's concert DVD too as well, which is the Live at Donington one. That one's actually pretty good to listen again. But yeah, freaking also then update too that I finally went and got the Blu-ray player from my mom's room. Other problem is that I can't find my fucking HDMI switcher.
Oh, did you? So you do have a switch?
I do have a switcher. I put it somewhere after I cleaned my room. I just can't find it for no apparent reason.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because I was gonna try to have it to where like I have the Switch and my Xbox into the switcher into the Elgato, but there's a fucking HDCP program on it too as well, so it kind of fucks it up. So now I'll just like basically plug it into the TV and have those things on. But luckily, like all the DVDs I have are actually pretty good. Like the one I have in the notes, which is MXC, or the Most Extreme Elimination Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And this was fucking funny as hell, and I forgot how good that the show was and how wrong it was too as well.
What makes you say that?
So do you remember a little TV channel called Spike TV?
Of course I do.
So it is the early 2000s Spike TV show. And basically what MXC is basically a redubbing of an old 80s Japanese show called Takeshi Castle. And they get out some of the best, like, they get clips from that show, they clip it up, they chop it up and everything too, and they overdub it with their own like stupid satire and everything like that too as well, of the freaking show itself. So basically, like, was it like, and they have like different like themes to it too as well. Like one of them was like hunters versus teachers, I think is what it's called. And then there's like some that are like meat eaters versus vegetarians and stuff like that too. And they just like choose random clips.
Okay. He can't hear me right now, which is great because this is the first instance of him needing to play the technical difficulties thing. So I'm super excited because he doesn't know he's gone.
I am gone.
I'm gonna disconnect.
God
anyway,
damn it!
Self-reflection part of the podcast.
Fucking.
That's
bitch.
one. That's one, Seth.
Hold up.
Wow, man, he's gone again.
I fucking hate this.
You're gonna have a nice little clip of me there.
I'm sure. I'm sure, because I had the nice clip of you before from the freaking like episode 18 at that point too as well.
I'm so excited for what's about to transpire.
Like I already told you what the little inside joke is. We'll see if anybody else will figure it out.
That's why I was like, you could hear me audibly gasp. So I'm like, yes, it's gonna happen.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so you were saying Spike TV.
Spike TV. How far did you even hear me say?
Just start over.
Okay, so basically, this is going in the bloopers. So basically, with Spike TV, or this show is basically it basically go ahead and takes a 80s show called a Japanese 80s show called Takeshi Castle, and basically they take clips from it, find the best ones or that they want to use for an episode, and they basically go ahead and basically spice it up to their own like thing, or to their own show, and they actually will have their own themes to it. Like
yeah, you were telling me a little bit about this.
Yeah. So yeah, they had their own themes, and some of the jokes they had on there was pretty goddamn funny. Like freaking what was it? One of them was about what was it? One of them was horse racing, where these guys were, or the game show, or one part of the games is that they actually had to keep running, and they're in like horse costumes and stuff like that too, and they had rollerblades, so they keep going. One of them literally fucking like went and jumped over, but then tripped and immediately falls down. And I think at the end of that race, freaking said like, "Oh, we're gonna have to take him out to the back and give him to the glue factory." At that point, and you just hear a freaking gun in the back killing the freaking horse or that contestant at that point.
Oh sure.
Yes, but there's like so many like funny like little stuff that I highly like. If you can find it on YouTube, watch at least the best bit of it, and if not, watch a compilation of the most extreme. Was it Kenny's Blankenship top 10 elimination challenge of the day at that point, and it shows the best like elimination of that episode and everything like that too, and with the overlay of their own voice dubbing too as well. It's so funny. Like I highly recommend it at that point.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. It sounds funny, like from what you showed me, and I like the concept of it. Sounds great.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny at this point. Oh my god! I tell you what's not funny though, is fucking trying to edit the fucking supplemental.
Oh god, yeah, there was It's funny going back in time to like
literally
a snapshot
2 years
from something that you have no or like little to no recollection. Especially because like we've been doing this for a while now. We actually just celebrated our 2-year anniversary.
Yep, 2 years and May 13th, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So hey, congratulations, bud. It's nice to chat with you every once in a while.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially after your hiatus.
Yeah, trying to go back in time to that moment and just like, oh my god, I apologize in advance for the uncensoredness that
is that fucking man Demetrius.
Is that man Demetrius. I love him to death, buddy. If you're listening, I love you, but my god, you have no filter.
Just the funny thing too is that like that I was actually checking on the YouTube freaking analytics. That was our best one somehow so far.
Oh god.
It gave us 41 views at that one point too as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I literally put the title saying our most unhinged episode so far at this point, because I know we could probably definitely get a lot more worse than that at that point too as well. But yeah, that was our best performing one so far right now.
That's really funny.
It has to happen with the fucking Demetrius.
Of course.
But yeah, that was pretty funny going through it. But I'll tell you though, editing it was such a pain in the ass because that was when we tried our first in-person talking.
Oh, right, yeah.
And my god.
There's no there's so much echo. There's talk back. There's just
you don't know how hard I was trying to edit every single part.
It was like it was like going back to episode 1. You can just
god, believe me.
The quality control is just non-existent.
Is it really, right?
Oh
my god, dude. But yeah, there's a reason why that one took so long to fucking release at that point too as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm surprised because I think I told you I just realized that it was our 2-year anniversary at that point with a year hiatus in between.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, the fact that Team No Skill has been up for 2 years is kind of insane to really think about at this point too as well.
Now, hiatus aside, do you know that I want to say 90% of podcasts out there don't make it past episode 10?
Ironically, I think you have said it before in one of the episodes.
I think I even said that in episode 11.
I think so too. It's one of the episodes.
We're rooster teething it. I'm gonna start saying the same fucking stories over and over again.
Jesus
We've been doing
Christ.
this for 2 goddamn years.
Literally, what the fuck, man?
Fucking crazy.
God. Holy
fucking
shit.
Wild.
Another note. I forgot. So, also, then we're getting close to the perfect time for gaming news too, as well. Because apparently, because today we're recording on the 3rd. Tomorrow is actually I didn't notice until now, or till earlier today when I was on the pooper at work. Tomorrow is the PlayStation State of Play, which I did not know that.
That is correct. We also have Summer Games Fest coming up around the corner.
It's on Friday, then the Xbox One on Sunday.
Not to mention the Nintendo Switch 2 launches on Thursday. Man. It's an expensive time to be alive, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Are you still getting the Switch?
Okay.
Fuck. I know we talked about it last episode, too, as well. So.
I just blew a good chunk of change on a 5070 Ti.
Yeah.
I also have been doing some deep contemplation. And I don't necessarily want to spend $500 for a system that I'm going to play one game. Okay, fuck. Actually, okay. Sorry. I just realized something. Have you heard of the Nintendo Today app?
I think, isn't that the one with the calendar on it?
Correct, yeah. They posted a video of something. And watching that video made me realize I need a Switch 2.
Oh, why?
So certain games from the past are getting free updates for the Switch 2 for better performance enhancements.
Yeah.
Seth, I've been very vocal on this podcast, speaking of our long tenured history.
If this is what I think is going, I think you might have to eat your words on that from that episode.
I know. I know. They posted a video of gameplay footage for the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Seth, it's running at 60 FPS perfectly.
So they actually finally patched it to where it runs well?
So it runs like it's supposed to. It is
my God.
Actually, I think it's supposed to run at 30 and it doesn't even run at 30. Now it runs at 60 frames per second.
Jesus.
And dude, the sprites, like all of the Pokemon loaded in, there's no stutter. The saturation and colors look more vibrant. It looks like the game it's supposed to be, and I would willingly go back just to do it all over again with it running correctly. And it looks great. So I wasn't going to buy a Switch 2 because I was like, I just don't want to spend $500 just to play Mario Kart, which would be fun, I'm sure. But knowing that I can go back and sink in another 100 hours in a Pokemon game,
that actually works.
That actually works. I would absolutely do it because they're also. I talked about this a little while ago too. They're releasing Pokemon Champions.
Oh yeah.
So if I can start training like a video game competitive team, I can start going to tournaments, and I think that'd be really dope. So
that would be really cool.
Highly thinking about it. Yes. Now here's the thing. Here's probably going to be the deciding factor on. So, well, hello. You can leave that in. That's fine. Okay.
Oh, I plan on to.
Here's the deciding factor is I expect them to be sold out everywhere for the next couple days.
Yeah.
However, you know that in a month and a half, I'm going to New York.
Oh, yeah, huh? Yeah, that's right.
So here's the thing. If they physically have them in stock at the Nintendo store when I'm there that day, I will absolutely buy one.
I don't blame you on that one, especially to get it from the official Nintendo store and everything like that too as well.
So if they do, I will fully commit to that purchase. If they do not, I will probably just wait and ask Santa for like a fucking Nintendo Switch 2 this year.
Yeah.
Which I will need one. Oh, fuck. I need one by October, actually. Because I want to play the new Pokemon Legends ZA. When it comes out.
Yeah. That's right. The new one.
Because that's that's the one that takes place in Kalos. So I'm like, I need it to put it in my mouth. So, yes, that's the plan. So we'll see. I will. I'm sure you'll get a photo from me at some point because
definitely at that point.
I'll either have it in my hand or I will at least have my Statue of Liberty Pikachu that exists.
Oh, that'd be fucking cool.
It's so cute.
God.
I want one so bad, and I know they have them. So yeah, I'll let you know. But I think I am now. My hesitation again on buying a Switch is something that you have a note for.
That's literally what I was highlighting right now too as well on my end.
Yes. So I'm concerned on the user agreement.
The
EULA for Nintendo.
Yeah,
because it's so fucky that you can't necessarily sue them because you're just automatically agreeing to arbitration.
It's like the freaking Disney one.
Yes, and then on top of that, they could just break your console if they think you're breaking some fucking rules,
like modding or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, and it's super scummy. And the only way to technically appeal it is you have to contact customer support. No one's gonna do that.
No, they're definitely not gonna at that point.
This is like such scummy fucking practices that like it really hurts my soul to be such a fan of these systems because it's not user friendly and it's toxic and gross. And if you're a company, don't do that. That's bad.
That's why like freaking like especially like how they like even we learned about like also with like certain physical cartridges doesn't even have the games anymore. They're just more like digital licenses and everything like that too as well.
Yeah,
which is kind of stupid.
mean, unfortunately to say that that's most games now though, right? Because anything you have requires an update.
Yeah, like a game one. Well, I'm actually speaking of like I don't have this in the notes, but did you also hear that like none of the people are gonna have advanced like issues of the Nintendo Switch 2 to review because they have a day one patch that they have to have on there in order for it to work at that point.
This is something similar that NVIDIA did, actually.
Oh, that's right. I think I remember hearing about that too as well.
Because NVIDIA stealth launched the 5060 and the 5060 Ti.
Yeah.
While all of the major YouTube reviewers were gone at Computex.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, and they were under what's the word?
NDA?
No, it's like an NDA, but it's a like a timed thing where you can't release it.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, like the time count or time. Yeah,
embargo. It was embargoed.
Okay, got it.
That's the word.
Yeah.
So it was under embargo, so you couldn't review them until they got back, and they were hoping to like boost 5060 sales because like people buying those cheaper cards probably aren't gonna like do more research than what's already available.
Yeah.
So that was a super scummy thing. So I saw that you can't play Switch 2 games until launch, which I mean isn't 2 days, but like
but still though it's kind of still stupid at this point.
There's a lot of like it's fucked up that the tech demo is a paid thing.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't understand. They were trying to justify it by saying that, oh, we put this much work into it, we'll do that. But yeah, it's kind of like just the tech demo at this point. It's not really much like of a game, if anything. It's more like showing off the console itself at this point.
Exactly. I'm not the age of
owning anything at this point is non-existent. They're getting close to non-existent.
Like trustworthy gaming died with microtransactions.
Yeah, fucking stupid.
And now it's just like pushing the envelope on like what can we get away with, and it's so toxic and gross, and it's exhausting, man. It is so exhausting.
Tiring to be a fucking gamer.
Just be the Expedition 33s of the world and just be like a solid game company.
Easily at that point, if anything, at that.
I don't think I'm asking for much, but I guess I am.
Oh boy.
But it is what it is. And in other news, I've been doing research while we've been talking. I found issue to my power supply, so I don't actually have to buy a power supply. So
that's
I was
good.
wrong. I found a cable. But what else do we have on the docket? Because I know we have a lot, so we can probably start speed running some stuff here.
Oh, so also then I do have this in the notes. Remember you in that supplemental, you guys were asking about what type of sausage was that in the that I gave you guys and everything too. It was Louisiana sausages from El Supor. Basically, that's what the company was.
Hot Spanish sausage. Fuck me.
Yeah. Those are so good, though. If anything, you would not have to, you cannot lie on that one, though.
No, it was delicious, but it was also like lava in my mouth as you wanted to start recording a second episode. Trying to fucking self-sabotage the program here.
Hey, man, did it for the lulz, you know?
Sure. It was funny at the time.
Right? Easy at that point. You know what? I kind of am curious. Any predictions for upcoming week? And we'll probably do like a post prediction too as well.
I'm just gonna get this out of the way because fuck it. Do you know what I'm about to say?
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Okay, so Square Enix is listed as a piece of the Game Awards and probably a state of play. I'm going to happily wear my fucking full clown makeup and hope to God that they show something of Kingdom Hearts 4. I know it's not going to happen, but I will be obviously in clown makeup anticipating some type of fucking news. Will it happen? Probably not. Am I hopeful? Of course not. This game has been in development for like 6 years. But that is definitely one. I definitely want to see some more news on Silksong, Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
Because everyone saw that like little 4-second trailer from the Nintendo Direct and it's just like, wait, it's still releasing in 2025? That's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's one I want to see for sure. Other than that, man, like, fuck. I don't know. I don't know what else that we could really like keep me hyped for something.
Yeah. Yeah, like I really don't have anything that's really thought about that I can think of at the moment right now. Especially from Xbox. Xbox, I really don't have anything I can think of at this point. I know they're gonna do their usual like sports games. They're gonna show off. They're gonna do the
They'll probably show something on like the Gears remake.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too.
Mm-hmm.
Weren't they supposed to have a prequel too as well that they announced a while back too?
Sure.
Yeah, because wasn't it like, was it pre D-Day or VD Day?
Yeah, it was supposed to be just Dom and
like a young Dom and his buddy.
Fuck yeah, I can't. His buddy, I can't remember his fucking name, and I feel so bad.
I know because freaking had such a big sacrifice and everything in 3 too as well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, freaking you completely almost made me forgot about or remember about that too, which god damn it, I forgot about another game that got canceled over the last year. So I don't know if we talked about it. I highly doubt we did it, but 1 year, I think it was like almost 2 years ago, I think. I was playing the game. I was watching the Game Awards too as well. There's a specific trailer that came out that I was kind of watching. It had like the way the trailer was, I don't know if it could still be found online. I hope to God it is. But it's a trailer that you kind of start watching it. It's kind of like an alien invasion. Then there's like cars going through it, kind of shooting and everything, like almost like a stuff like that too. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, like at the very end of the trailer, they said something, and then all of a sudden, like next thing you know, the view from that you're seeing out of gets up higher and higher, and literally it was a freaking Transformer game.
Oh, yeah. You're telling me it's also been canceled. So
it's been as of last year. I think it was canceled, but it's crazy too that because it had so much like potential in it too as well that it could have been such a great game that hasn't been seen since Fall of Cybertron. Mm-hmm. And it looks so good, but also then the fact too that I over the year that I think it's been like gone or that it's been out, there's been so much more like shocking news that came out of it that I guess that the team also not only had troubles with it, but also apparently it wasn't even a official game that they were really working on. It was kind of like more of a scammy kind of game that's saying that, oh hey, yeah, we're making it. Nope, they were just using that game as a way to like get more money from Hasbro and those guys too as well.
Fucking shitty.
Yeah, I need to look more into it, and I'll give it to the next episode. But yeah, it's the fact that like everybody was so shocked and also very angry about that they not only they shut down this game that looked so promising, but the fact it wasn't even really technically like wasn't even like 100% in. It was like kind of like half-assed, kind of trying to get money off of it too as well from the company as well too. So yeah, and it had, as I said, it had so much fucking potential that because literally I didn't know what type of game. I literally thought like, oh, it's a mech game. Oh, that seems pretty cool. I wish I would have recorded my freaking reaction because literally once I saw Transformers, I think it wasn't Transformer Devastation. It was Transformer Reignition or something. It was something. Once I saw that, I had a freaking mouthful of food. I literally fucking yelled out, "What the hell?" At that point, too, as well. Yeah. We're at the screen, like, just like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? And literally, it was like a genuine, like, what the hell kind of moment is this at this point? But yeah, I freaking, like, I've been keeping contact or like looking at it, making sure that like how it is. And then when they finally said that they were canceling it, I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. What the hell's with this crap? But yeah, freaking, I don't think anything else unless if Hasbro. Okay, so I'm gonna put my clown makeup on again for you too as well. If Hasbro and Xbox team up together and they freaking get High Moon Studios, because they're technically under the Activision part with Xbox too as well. Mm-hmm. If they make an agreement and if they literally fucking manage to make a remake or say they are putting them back on the story of Transformers War for Cybertron and Fall for Cybertron, I'll definitely buy it, and I'll definitely will be streaming the whole thing. And if they do make a remake, I definitely want to make a huge group of like playing games on it too as well.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
And and that would be a big if, because Hasbro is not is not known to support their gaming division at this point. anything too as well. So
no, absolutely, I'm super down. That'd be super cool.
But yeah, other than that, I really have no other. I mean, Outer Wires looks pretty interesting though. If anything, because that's the because that's the showcase that's happening after the Xbox One. But other than that, I really don't know. I'm really hoping to at least be shocked and surprised, if anything, at this point.
We will definitely have to see.
Yeah, I think I might stream my reaction on Tuesday or Friday. I think when is the stream? 2:45. Yeah, I'll probably stream my reaction on that day, if anything, too as well. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, since I'll be home already by then. Hopefully, I'm not doing anything. So, but yeah, I really hope to get surprised with whatever they show up at this point too as well.
We will have to see. Speaking of surprises, I sent you some stuff the other day because there's some fuckery happening in the WWE. Now, I'm not a diehard WWE fan. I glimpse from what TikTok shows me.
Yeah.
But I know there's a lot of people's contracts coming up ending, and there's just been some shade kind of interweaving through the interwebs here. You know more than I do, so I'll let you take it from here on what's going on.
Yeah, so as of like 2 to 3 years ago, TKO bought WWE, or they formed together with WWE got into companies with another company and made TKO Entertainment, Sports Entertainment. Mm-hmm. And basically it's with UFC and WWE at this point, which also it's pretty at the time it seemed pretty like interesting and everything like that too, but also it was a little bit shady too, because at that point in time, another rumor before it got formed in there too, that they're saying that like the Saudi Arabians might have like gone put ownership into the thing, because Vince McMahon was starting to like sell it. So, but after that, like a lot of things happened. Vince McMahon actually got kicked out of the company due to certain lawsuits and stuff like that too as well. Yeah. And then Triple H went and took over. That year that he went and took over was such a great year that it was probably the best year in wrestling of all time, which I think I talked about it before with the Cody Rhodes and stuff like that too as well. So earlier this year or last year, they announced that Netflix was having a Monday Night Raw, which kind of sucks because I have to now have a Netflix to actually enjoy Raw now, because it used to be on USA Network, and I had both Raw and SmackDown on both USA and or on USA Network for both Monday and Friday night, which then led to being shown starting this year, which I kind of really didn't mind. Like, okay, it's another subscription I gotta worry about. So later on, also then they started adding advertisements, which then they signed with Logan Paul, which I still fucking hate to this day, and I hate how good he is. But they have a advertisement or partnership with Logan Paul with his Prime bottle and stuff. So that's why you see mostly all his Prime bottles, stupid bullshit and like that on the ring. Mm-hmm. But
I hate the man, but the drink is good.
Yeah, I don't care for it either. So basically, but after that, later on, they started putting something that I don't think anybody really thought that they were ever going to do, which was put advertisements on the mat itself, like
UFC does, like sponsors.
Yeah, they actually have sponsors on the actual wrestling mat, which never would have happened if Vince McMahon was still in charge. Which then kind of like, I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, but I guess we'll kind of get to it. So most of these decisions, I was kind of like, okay, I'm kind of like, like, okay, like I'll let it slide at this point. This past week, basically the biggest one that you saw, which was 2 people contracts are coming up and they're not getting renewed by freaking WWE, which is a big shock too, because both of them are technically almost like big. Even though they're mid-carders right now, they still have a big presence on TV no matter what they did. Like and the 2 people I'm talking about is R-Truth and Carlito. And basically R-Truth, everybody loves R-Truth. Like everybody, even the back and everything too, where all the wrestling stuff too, everybody loves R-Truth, which is why it's such a shock that they're not renewing his contract too. because literally the biggest thing that we always love him for is just him being able to put a smile to everybody's face. Boston and him being like John Cena's biggest fan too as well, and that's the childhood hero. This is a joke, but and also then with Carlito too as well. Like he literally had the biggest pop in the Royal Rumble when he came back. No, and Bad Blood, I think. It's one of the pay-per-view events that was actually went overseas and stuff like that too. To I think Puerto Rico, I think that he had a huge pop and everything too as well, and they brought him back to actually to like be with the Judgment Day and stuff like that too. So even though he doesn't have like a big presence and everything like that, or he doesn't have like a outstanding presence like Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, and stuff like that too, he still like knew how to make it funny or like kind of maximize his time and everything too, even though being in the background and stuff like that too as well. So having those two actually like get their contract not renewed is a shock to everyone because they are still almost seem like integral to the point because also everybody thought that R-Truth was gonna be the one person to bring John Cena back. Too, it seemed like it was, which even then was crazy too because when R-Truth like fought John Cena at Saturday Night Main Event this past month in May, he literally came out with John Cena's music too, trying to bring him back and stuff like that too. Boston, he had the shirt that says like Ron Cena on it, saying, and that's literally the same shirt as John Cena, but that says like the last time is now, or my last time is now. Even had the whole like a t-shirt or style and everything too. So it's kind of concerning about that. That was his last like official appearance on, well, I think the one after that too as well. That he was on WWE, and it's crazy to think about that too because I heard or I read at one point on one article saying that like Triple H was the one that made the moves for that because they said it was just business decision, which I don't like that fact at all too as well because once you start saying that it's business decision, that's where it's like how much does business really take over control of the wrestling aspect when you're basically not going to be listening to the crowd or not going to be listening to the voices of the people that actually enjoy it too as well. Which is why like there's a huge like a feud going on with John Cena and Logan Paul, because John Cena right now is basically trying to make wrestling unbearable or like horrible at this point. He's trying to ruin wrestling, and one of the ways he's trying to ruin wrestling is teaming up with Logan Paul right now and actually giving him a chance to win the title, which seems really wrong at this point too, because it doesn't seem like Logan Paul really has his whole heart into this industry. And the fact too that like he is taking the chances of other wrestlers that really worked their heart out and stuff like that too, that dedicated their lives to the business, and basically he's kind of like basically getting shortcutted because he has popularity and stuff like that too as well.
Right.
So it's more the fact that like I'm kind of more worried at this point about wrestling, even more than when Vince McMahon was running it too as well, because at least with Vince McMahon, at least he had morals. He kind of knew what to keep, what to say.
Sorry, he had morals when it comes to the business.
Yeah, when it comes to the business, yeah. Other than that, yeah. So, but yeah, other than that, at least to the business, like to wrestling itself, he knew what was right for the business. Steroids.
Sure, yeah.
But other than that, like he knew what to keep pure wrestling at this point, to make it like its own sports entertainment, that make it like wrestling what it is at this point. But since TKO started coming in and with the shareholders and stuff like that too, it's becoming more and more of like getting the profits out, getting the advertisements and stuff like that too as well, which I really noticed on Saturday Night Main Event, because on Saturday Night Main Event, they didn't have any of the advertisement sponsors on the mat, which was surprising at that point. But you can tell that they went offset from the mat to just TV commercials, because it seemed like almost like every other like 5 to 10 minutes, there was nothing but commercials. Like there was like more commercials to just the matches itself then too as well. Like it seemed like there was like at least one commercial per match, if not two at that point. And it was such a shortened time limit too, like 2 hours compared to what would have been at least a 3-hour event. So it's like, it's a bit concerning at how WWE is being run right now, and how much of it is actually Triple H doing it, or is it just the fact that the shareholders or the people that owns TKO, how much are they actually making Triple H become like a Muppet for them at that point too as well.
Right. Yeah.
And using him as a scapegoat. But yeah, that's basically kind of like my concerns right now with TKO, WWE, how everything's going on, and just like the integrity of actual wrestling at this point too as well. Like, I know you may call it fake and stuff like that too, but people put their bodies on the lines for people's entertainment and the stuff that we all grew up to know and everything love. Like, I know it won't go back to the kayfabe of the 80s, 70s and stuff like that too, and even the 90s, but it's the fact that like everybody still loves this, like, and they want to see much better from it instead of just like becoming more of a shell of its own, like of itself from before, just because they want to get profits. Because even I noticed too that like they started promoting more like, hey, we got the biggest audience in town, hey, we got the biggest money in town. It was like kind of weird that they're promoting that at that point when basically like, hey, it's like everybody's into this at this point. But yeah, it's a bit of a concern at this point. And that's my speech.
No, I know. It's crazy. I unfortunately I'm not versed enough to know a lot what's going on, but it like from an outside perspective, it definitely seems like super shifty.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's at least from my view, from someone who's been regularly watching ever since I kind of started watching back into wrestling at this point. Mm-hmm. And it's just been kind of like just concerning about like how everything kind of is going on at this point. So I'm hoping that everything will go right at this point, but still it's sad that R-Truth and Carlito got their contract expired, or like they're not going to renew it at all, which if anything, if they do, I don't know, it's just so fucking like annoying and kind of hard to do it too as well. Which is funny though too, because do you want to know what Carlito's like what he said when he tweeted out saying that he was leaving?
What?
This is what he said from his official Twitter. My contract is up in 2 weeks. It will not be renewed. On top of that, WWE is demanding I pay back the money they pay for me, apparently, quote unquote, stealing money from the company. I had my lawyers look into it, and after reviewing my footage on Netflix for the past months, they suggested I pay them back the money. All jokes aside, gracias WWE and especially WWE Universe. Lo quiero muchos. P.S. I'll reappear again in another 13 years. Dios me los bendiga.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was just a joke though with him paying that back and stuff like that, the old Carlito way. Yeah. But yeah, like literally, it was 13 years before he fully came back to WWE at this point too as well. Which also another thing kind of concerned me too is with the TNA. I'm glad that they got TNA and Triple A's wrestling, which is the Mexican promotion and stuff like that too as well. Because I guess they've been having money trouble with that too. But what's concerning me a little bit with the tournament is that it may become almost like how if they don't do it right, it may become like how when WCW got absorbed into WWE and started trashing their own talent, or kind of like squashing their talent at that point. Mm-hmm. Because recently, which is, I mean, it's still pretty crazy though that like on NXT, one of the WWE superstars from there actually won the TNA World Championship belt from Joe Hendry. So hopefully that, if anything, from the TNA event, that somebody from TNA will get it back from them, because everybody's kind of speculating that one of their homegrown talents that they're gonna have the next TNA pay-per-view event in there, like, will actually win it back from Trick Williams. Mm-hmm. But also then, like, it feels like also then it's gearing up to where Joe Hendry might be signing with WWE and actually getting on the spot, which is, I hope so. It might go that way, and hopefully have his dream match with John Cena, because Joe Hendry's been such an upward skyrocketing force since last year at this point, and because I believe in Joe Hendry.
I was waiting for you to say it. I was at the edge of my seat. I'm like, is he gonna say he said the name like 6 times?
Oh my god. Well, it's just the fact that, because I didn't really know about Joe Hendry at all. I didn't really know about Joe Hendry till like last year when I started listening to CVV podcast, or Chris Van Villay, and basically because I was like looking through my podcast, kind of looking through some of the old ones, like, Joe Hendry, might as well listen to it. The stuff that he said on there was pretty crazy, because the stuff that he said on there that he wants to do almost went and like predicted it, or the fact that he almost willed it into action at this point. Because he talked about going on to WWE on like to NXT, which was the biggest surprise, because nobody outside the promotion ever came to a WWE property, and then actually went like kind of had that ship, which then surprised everybody that TNA and WWE had their own partnership together too, which then led to everybody thinking, oh, is he gonna appear in the Royal Rumble, or maybe make an appearance and like that too, because if you say his name, he will appear.
Yeah.
So, but the fact too that like he had one of the biggest pop in the Royal Rumble too, as well, other than Alexa Bliss coming back, of literally him appearing in the Royal Rumble, which then after that, like everybody was kind of wondering about him too as well, like because also then like at one point, because if you watched it from January to I think March when WrestleMania happened, there's a big thing going on between like Kevin Owens and some of the other wrestlers, because Kevin Owens went and took out Randy Orton like a couple months back, and Randy came back and everything too to beat up Kevin Owens, and they had a match actually lined up for him for WrestleMania, because it was Randy Orton's 20th WrestleMania and 20th year at WrestleMania too as well. So it was a big old huge thing. The biggest shock was that Kevin Owens literally, like, not kayfabe or anything, like actually had to move away from the ring because he actually had to get like neck surgery and stuff like it too. That nobody knew that, even he didn't know that, like he was battling with, I think, almost like either a fractured or broken neck, I think, something like that. And he was wrestling still with it for at least a good month or so. That even he didn't know. And some of the stuff that he was wrestling was insane at that point too as well. Like even getting through ladders, freaking going through tables and stuff like that too. So literally the fact that he had to move away from it, and everybody had to like, and everyone was wondering like, oh, what's his opponent then? Like nobody really knew, because this one wasn't on the card. Like nobody really expected it to happen like that too. So when Randy Orton came out to actually issue a challenge to anybody at that point, everybody was kind of wondering like, oh, it could be this person, maybe somebody's coming back from that, and everything like that too. You literally see the freaking like camera pan to the front, and slowly everybody kind of started realizing, oh, it's him. Oh, it's him. And literally, all of a sudden the door pops open slowly, and even I was like, oh wait, like looking at it, and once his music started, shit, getting too excited for that. But yeah, once you see the white background and hear his music, I was like, oh my god, it's fucking him. I literally almost started singing along with the song too as well. Like, oh my, yeah, dude, like it's crazy, especially with him, like the freaking audience he wrestles. Like if you see in a TNA showing, it's basically like a small house show. Like it's not a very big like arena at all. It's not even an arena. It's like almost like a really like comfortable, like maybe like 100 people at least, if anything, more or less at that point. It's like a very small warehouse at that point too, that they do showings at. So at the arena, so the Royal Rumble was his biggest one at the time, but then it wasn't until that WrestleMania, when it was held in Las Vegas, which surprisingly note too that I put in notes, WrestleMania is not actually happening in New Orleans anymore next year too.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so New Orleans is getting switched out with Money in the Bank in August. So they're trying to wonder where, and which is kind of crazy too, that like because The Rock did a whole thing earlier this year at the first Netflix showing, and literally saying that New Orleans was going to be the host of the next WrestleMania. So they did the whole thing. So at that point, it's kind of like really like pointless at that point that that's there now, which I'm sure they probably cut it out. But no, like once he popped out and everything too, you can really tell on his face is just that he's gathering all the stuff that he's seeing at this point, like just feeling the emotion, because it's like probably the biggest like crowds he's have ever like wrestled or have ever been in front of at that point too as well. Coming from like where he's been before and everything like that too, like it's like just imagine like going from like a very small scale area, especially like going in indies and stuff, to TNA, to NXT, which is a little bit bigger, to now then being in front of the Royal Rumble with a bunch of almost arena filled, to literally to the next big thing, which is being almost a sold out freaking Las Vegas like black hole arena that's filled with a shit ton more people. That's crazy to see that at that point too as well. Like, but yeah, you can see it in his face that he's just like so like, it's like you could just tell from his motion that he's so happy and like couldn't believe it, because especially like after the match and everything too as well, like after like when Randy Orton went like give him some good kudos and stuff like that too as well, you could tell like he was gonna cry just from like just pure happiness of like how everything was going on. Like it's like I'm so happy for freaking Joe Hendry. Like literally, he's, and I listened to his the episode again with CVV and talked about the stuff that he wants to try to do for the next coming year too as well. And even then, I'm really as early as I said, I believe in Joe Hendry that he could literally achieve what he can do because he could probably will his way into it at that point too as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, Joe Hendry has made a big like fan out of me at this point, especially after just kind of getting to know him, especially after Nowhere too as well. Plus, he's got a catchy theme song too. So
that he does.
Anything for you? You want to leave on?
No. We'll just cut that part out. Thank you so much for checking out episode 19 of the Skillless Podcast. Check us out on all the socials, the YouTubes, I'm probably gonna start making TikToks, if I'm being honest with you, because I hear short form media is a good go-to.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about that after we end this episode.
Yeah, so check us out eventually there, and we will see you next time.
See you later.
I'm not